Hey everybody, it's time for my short narration intro review of the 1986 Ruby Spears sci-fi action cartoon, The Centurions. The Centurions, which is a cartoon that I've discovered and rediscovered multiple times over the past decades. I saw it for the first time in the mid 90s, 95 and 96 on Cartoon Network's Power Zone block. Then I rediscovered it, and 4 to 5 years later on Boomerang, on Cartoon Network's Boomerang, when it was still part of the main channel. Then I rediscovered in 2009 when Boomerang was its own separate channel, and then finally got to watch part of the series in chronological order in 2012, and it finally finished most of the series in 2023, a decade later. Yeah, it was actually this review where I came up with the newest style you see on my Super Vader 400 channel. I do two short narration intro reviews based upon a product. One as the Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube social media personality and actor, base character, followed by the similar real life RLSH real life superhero character with a costume and prop on camera with a costume and prop. The first version is there's those two, and then when I watch more like a season worth, I do a season or a full series review webcam, first off camera as the Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube social media actor based character, then on camera with a costume and prop with the real life superhero. The real life super narration has also sound effects from sound effects in the intro. It has the sound effects in the intro from the show playing in the intro before I start reviewing. That's the difference between the two. Yeah, and all 5 of those links will be in the description box below. Yeah, I've done the two webcams of season one, and I actually did 2 webcams for season 2, but for some odd reason one got blocked because I guess the episode I watched was iconic and featured copyrighted material, so no damage was done to my channel, but that video was blocked. So only my favorite version, the real life superhero, they didn't block this one, which this one was way better. This one was way cooler. That version will be up. So those 5 will be in the description box below. Now, my Centurions, it got a pretty good number of reviews. My Centurion reviews, the narration got a pretty good number of reviews, so I don't really need to promote it much here, but this is for people who haven't already seen this cartoon. The links will be in the description box below. The cartoon itself is a cross between Marvel's Iron Man and War Machine series, DC's Power Suit Lex Luthor, one of my favorite incarnations of Lex Luthor. And as you can see right here, the 80s, 90s, and 70s based action movies in animation form, and a sci-fi comic book action cartoon version of what's that show called? Show called Magnum PI, starring the legendary Tom Selleck, the main character who you can see in the green and black. Max Ray, the leader, the sea expert. The sea expert is modeled after Tom Selleck, an Olympic swimmer. He also looks like MMA fighter Don Fry, but this is before Don Fry was a thing. MMA fighter, and wrestler Don Fry, and and people like to call this show Tom Selleck and his amazing friends. Then you got he's the sea expert and the leader and the most level-headed member. Then you got Jake Rockwell, the guy with the cool, slick yellow and black armor, the land and vehicle expert. He's the ultimate combat guy, and fitting that, he's the most aggressive and impulsive member of the team. Then you got the flight guy, the aerial assault guy. That's Ace McCloud. The daring carefree womanizer and flirt of the team in the blue, gray and white, armor. These people are part of a gigantic sci-fi military form headed by the lead female of the show, Crystal Kane, who works at the desk but occasionally gets involved in mission and supplies them with their armor and weapons during the battle, that's where the term Centurions comes from. The sci-fi military force is called the Centurions. In the near future, the main antagonist Doc Terror and Hacker want to turn the world into cyborgs. It's up to the Centurions force to stop them. They deal with Doc Terror and Hacker, the main antagonists who you see right here, but there's also various other antagonists and baddies during this series. This whole series right here is its own gigantic Marvel and DC comics. They also had their own short-lived comic book miniseries that I think preceded this series. I don't know which one came in, but I know it was a tie-in with this. I'll do a review of the comic and a tie-in review a re-review of this show and the comic book together in the future. But this is these five right here. So yeah, Centurions, and they have the most badass intro of all. Time. It always gets me hype. It's playing in the real life superhero version. So yeah, this is the short narration review for people who haven't seen my Centurions review on my main channel, the Super Vader 400. So yeah, all 5 videos, the narration reviews part 1 and 2, the webcam reviews part 3 and 4, and only one of the webcam reviews for season 2. So yeah. Now time for the next cartoon. Alright, I'm finished for now.